13 people overdose on fentanyl in 3 days. Why the County of San Diego says that should not be considered a spike.
New bike lanes coming soon to Park Boulevard here in University Heights. We have reaction to the impact on parking.
Keeping the water clean, City of Encinitas bans lighter-than-air balloons.
And we've got the highlights from...
Do it again.
I'm doing well. Thank you for your service.
Okay.
Honor Flight 2022, where the heroes, they come first.
Plus, the history of Asian Pacific American Heritage Month and my own personal connection. CBS 8 News Live at 6 starts now.
13 people died in a string of fentanyl overdoses in San Diego County over the span of just 3 days. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. That may sound like a shocking number, but sadly, as CBS 8's David Gottfredson reports, the County of San Diego says those numbers may not be so unusual.
It's always unfortunate to hear those numbers.
William Perno has become all too familiar with fentanyl overdoses, working as a prevention specialist with Seau San Diego. So when I told him that 13 people died from fentanyl overdoses in San Diego County over a 3-day period between April 22nd and April 24th, he was not surprised.
The reality is that we continue to see an increase in fentanyl-related deaths year over year in San Diego County.
Perno says an estimated 817 people died from fentanyl overdoses last year in San Diego County, on average more than 2 people per day. But 13 people in 3 days? That's more than 4 people per day, twice the average number. I requested an interview with the medical examiner's office, but was told the office was too busy doing autopsies. A county spokesperson told me the 13 fentanyl deaths are not considered a spike because fentanyl overdoses tend to cluster on the weekends. Many people who overdose don't even realize they're taking fentanyl because it's hidden in illegal counterfeit pills made to look like prescription drugs.
They may be taking a drug, not looking for fentanyl, have no idea that this very powerful narcotic that's 30 to 50 times stronger than heroin is in that drug.
That's why Perno says everyone should carry Narcan, a nasal spray that can save a person's life when overdosing on fentanyl.
Whether it's in their home, on their person, or in their vehicle, have that there because that is the one thing that can reverse an opioid overdose and save that person's life. You can get it at any pharmacy without a prescription. If you have a prescription drug copay, you can use your copay for it there.
Also, it's important to know the warning signs of somebody who is overdosing on fentanyl. Unconsciousness, slowed breathing, snoring or gurgling sounds, cold or clammy skin, or discolored lips or fingernails can all be warning signs. Now, a Narcan can revive a person who's overdosing, but it can wear off in 30 to 90 minutes. So that's important to know, so that once you administer Narcan, you need to call 911 and get the person to the hospital because they can slip back into overdose again if the fentanyl is still in their system.
David,
Hello?
Narcan's such a lifesaver. We know it's so crucial to get it to people who are suffering an overdose. How much does a dose of Narcan cost?
Well, if you just walk into the pharmacy and they have it in stock, it's going to cost like $130 for 2 doses. But as our experts said in that report, you can use your health insurance card to pay for it. And also, San Diego County has programs where they will train you in the use of Narcan and give it to you for free. We're going to post more information at cbs8.com.
Yeah, as we battle this fentanyl problem, important to know that there are resources to save lives out there. David Gottfredson reporting for us. Thanks, David.
Right now, a man is accused of stabbing another man to death in the Claremont area. The suspect, 28-year-old Raul Marquez, was arrested this morning when police found him standing in the victim's driveway with a bloody knife in his hand. Police were called to Bowdoin Avenue near Sequoia Elementary School just after 2 this morning. Inside the home, police found the 67-year-old homeowner dead with multiple stab wounds. Another person living in the home told CBS 8 the suspect is the son of the victim's fiancé. Police say their relationship is still unclear.
A warning tonight if you're planning to go to the beach in North County this week. The city of Encinitas has closed trail access to Beacons Beach after it says a reactivated landslide was discovered. If you've lived here for decades, you may remember major bluff collapses there back in the early 80s that damaged beach access stairways. Additional landslide movement was experienced again in 1990, but the area has seen little movement since. Trail below the parking lot to the beach is closed until landslide monitoring is complete at that location. CAL FIRE says right now is the time to take action to protect your home from fire danger. Today, they kicked off Wildfire Preparedness Week. The whole point is to really remind you to clear that defensible space around your home and talk to your family about an evacuation plan. As always, have that go bag ready with all your important papers. CAL FIRE says peak wildfire season is typically late June and early July.
It's hard to believe, but today marks 10 years since the death of Chargers great Junior Seau. He had a passion for punishing his opponents, but as CBS 8's Steve Price reports, he's also being remembered for his infectious smile and generous heart.
Outside of San Diego, Junior Seau is known as a Hall of Fame football player, a defensive force on the field. But we appreciate Junior for so much more. Off the field, he did his best to tackle issues that impacted children, challenged athletes, and his hometown of Oceanside.
Take me, leave my son.
This was one of the most devastating days of my life.
Butch Archer will never forget that day. May 2nd, 2012, he got a call that something bad had happened at Junior Seau's house, and when he raced over there, police gave him the horrific news. His best friend was dead.
I lost it. It took about 5 Oceanside police officers to calm me down.
Butch says with Junior, what you saw was what you got. A guy who was passionate about playing football, but loved his family and his community even more.
Everywhere he went, he would take pictures, he would sign autographs, he would never turn anybody down.
Right here.
Seau was born in Oceanside and never forgot his humble roots. Instead, he planted himself here and helped the city grow.
He did so much for this community.
Locals say Junior was just another Oceanside resident, hanging out at the beach, laughing with neighbors, and if anyone needed something, he was there to help.
Anything that happened in Oceanside, fundraisers, anything like that, Junior Seau had a part of it.
As you can see, I'm surrounded by kids.
Butch says Junior also gladly served as a mentor to young kids everywhere, regardless of their background. But behind his generous and welcoming smile, there was pain. His years of hard hits in football led to concussion-related brain damage that included depression. At age 43, Junior took his own life.
You lost one of the greatest men in Oceanside.
It's not easy for Butch to talk about this, but he says it's important to keep Junior's memory alive so kids growing up in Oceanside know that even though he's gone, number 55 is rooting for them to be number 1.
He will always be a part of me until the day that I leave this earth and I go join him.
In Oceanside, Steve Price, CBS 8.